Hey guys, Old Guy Gaming here, back again with another MTG Arena video. And tonight we're going to be doing one that I found really interesting that was sent to me by a subscriber named Bite, and this one's going to be Mono Green Lifegain. Move over, Mono White. There is a new Lifegain game in town. So this was, I've had a couple of lists that were submitted by listeners, and I was like, okay, those are kind of interesting, but I saw this one, and it kind of went with the Mono Green theme that we had gone for the week. So I decided to jump this one ahead of my budget decks for free-to-play players. So I apologize for that, but I think it's going to be worth it because it is really kind of interesting. So let's go ahead and take a look. I do want to preface, of course, ahead of time, this is by no means a super competitive deck. This is a ton of fun and plays around two specific mechanics, and that is the life gain that is given to you by Wildgrowth Walker, and an interesting card that I'd never taken note of, which is Trollbred Guardian. Trollbred Guardian states that each creature you control with a +1/+1 counter on it has trample. So each of the counters that Wildgrowth Walker gets and creatures that explore get are all +1/+1 counters, so all of a sudden they are all trample creatures. And then you toss in something like Biogenic Ooze, for example, who's putting +1/+1 counters on all of these, and all of a sudden you've got these really big, gigantic creatures that all have trample, all have +1/+1 counters, and thanks to Path of Discovery, they've all explored, and they're feeding you life from the Wildgrowth Walker. So let's just kind of get, I mean, this is really super basic as far as the cards are concerned in this, and 4 Llanowar Elves for the mana ramp, Merfolk Branchwalker, because you start getting the Explore package, which is Merfolk Branchwalker, the Wildgrowth Walker, and of course the Jadelight Rangers. Now I don't think he had Jadelight Rangers in his deck. I did. There's a couple of cards that he had in his that I don't have, so I'm trying to make the essence of this deck for you, Bite. Of course there's some Rabid Bites in there to kind of help get some of the other creatures out of the way. Gift of Paradise was not in his deck. He did have other mana rampers in there. I went with the Gift of Paradise, A for the mana ramp and B for the life gain that's going into this one, and it's actually coming in handy quite a few times in the few games that I've played with it. Path of Discovery. So every time a creature enters the battlefield, it explores, which of course triggers Wildgrowth Walker, which of course is being fed into gaining you more and more and more life. Helm of the Host is there, of course, is to copy Wildgrowth Walker if you can and start creating multiple copies of Wildgrowth Walker so that you start getting into these absurd amounts of life. And Biogenic Ooze just to build a huge trampling army of creatures, and that's where he comes in. And 24 Forest. I think I might shave this down to 22, and I think there's another Explore character we can get in here, or the Ooze. I think let's go with the Ooze. Since we have Ooze, let's go ahead and toss in a couple of Corrosive Oozes as well to kind of help with the Ooze mechanics that are going in. So that's what we're going to go with. 22 is probably the wrong number, but anyway, so this is going to be just a fun deck, just to mess around, putz around with kind of fun deck. I've played it, like I said, I played about 10 games with it. I got stuck up against a couple of control decks, which I was never going to win that matchup anyway. But all the other games that I've won, I've played against Mono Red 3 times and have just had like 45 life at the end of it. And of course, I'm like, oh man, I wish I was recording that game against Mono Red because it did really, really well. So let's hope for a couple of good games and a couple of good matchups. Interesting start. Do wish I had some more mana rampers, but let's keep it and see what happens. Oh goody, mono blue. How much fun will that be? Oh no, okay. Oh, this is just going to be control. That's all. Sure, let's drop the Branchwalker now. I will keep that. Do wish I had the Wildgrowth Walker, but alas. Oh, this should be really interesting. Power Shard. Let's go for the Jadelight. I literally debated doing a Jadelight. Yes, because we can do great things with Helm of the Host and the Ooze. I was going to say, he's still waiting on his second 1 mana, so I'm assuming that his board wipes are coming. So I might hold off on the Biogenic Ooze and just cast Path of Discovery first. He is completely tapped down. So let's get Path of Discovery out. Throw some damage down his way. I mean, eventually he's going to get that one white mana he's going to wipe the board with. Nope. He's got a ton of mana floating out there. He's also, well, I was going to say he's down to 2 cards, but he's got so much draw mechanic built into this, and I don't think it really matters. Interesting. So now the question becomes, where do we go first? Let's go ahead and throw the ooze down and see what happens. And we'll library that. No, we're good. So I can't imagine he's going to do a board wipe with... Yeah, I'm going to kill that. He's not going to do it yet. This is interesting. This is really interesting. Okay, so this is not like a... Ooh. That's a big boy. Alright, so which one don't we like most? Well, we don't like her. Yeah, he can draw the card. I'm okay with that. And I think I'm going to hold because I want to build more oozes that are going to explore and all get bigger. I think next turn I'm going to get Helm of the Host down and really start getting these oozes bigger. Because I assumed he thought that that 7/7 was going to be the biggest critter on the board. And it's not. He's digging for some more. Sure. I'm just waiting to get bigger. Betcha he's not used to not being the biggest boy in the block. Yeah, let's go Helm of the Host. He can draw. Sure. More mana we have for more oozes. In-game life. And next turn I'll create Helm of the Host. Nope, we're good. Once these get up to like 8/8s, I am going to start going in there with him. He's got enough draw. I feel like there's something building up that I'm not seeing yet. He's going to have a ton of life. This should be really interesting. Okay. It does have first strike. No, you can have that one for now. Because I'm going to fix that here in a second. I guess I could have fed him the Branchwood Walker because he doesn't have trample. Anytime, my friend. So we're going to equip Helm of the Host onto the Ooze. let's go ahead and give Gift of Paradise onto here, regain some of that life that we just lost. We're all going to explore. We'll library all of those. It's beginning. It's beginning. Yeah, he doesn't have trample, so I am more than willing to feed him the Branchwood Walker on this turn. If he decides to swing. It may already be too late. I'm going to eat the 3, but I'll block that. I'm not taking that. I'm assuming he has... what am I thinking? Set of the Wreckage in hand. So I'm not going to send the whole army, of course. Why would I do that? But I am going to kill his creature. Or he's going to do it for me. Interesting. So we're gonna Rabid Bite here to kill that. No, I foiled his plan. So there, Bite for you. There was a win with this deck. I recognize it's not your entire one. I should actually give you real quick before I go too far the entire deck list. He had 3 Helm of the Host. I only owned 2. He only had 1 Merfolk Branchwalker. I filled that one out. I filled out the Llanowar Elves, of course, the Wildgrowth Walker. He had 2 Guys' Blessings, and he had Rabid Bites, Plummets, 4 Paths of Discovery, a couple of Branchwood Armors, which I can see for all the trample creatures in there. And then he had a couple of Ripjaw Raptors, Giganosaurs. Like, he got the big creatures that they were going to put counters on anyway and give them trample. I just decided to go with the Ooze route instead. Fantastic little fun deck. Let's keep going with this one. I don't know what that deck was going for. Like, I don't understand. Like, I get that he had that big 7/7 trample, but as I started getting white, like, I saw blue-white, and I was like, oh, man. It's going to be another control deck, and that's not... Bite does not want to see that the first time his deck is premiered. And we didn't get the Lifegain mechanic going on, but we definitely got the Ooze mechanic going. Which looks like we might have going here as well. Oh, say hello. Ooh, I forgot to turn my phone off. I'll drop the Corrosive Ooze. So unprofessional of me to not... Ooh, this looks like an elf deck. Okay, I have the possibility of coming in here and overrunning this deck. Because if I can get the Biogenic Oozes out... Aw, that was mean. Now, normally I would drop the Wildgrowth Walker, but I don't have any Explore creatures to really take advantage of that yet. So I think I'm going to wait. This, if I'm looking at the right deck, this looks like it's just straight up mono green elf ball. Which should be fine for us. I need 1 more mana so that I can drop the ooze, because then they'll come in at this. Aw, he broke our toy. That wasn't very nice of you at all, good sir. Probably should have dropped the Llanowar, but I mean, he's only hitting me with a oh yeah, I was gonna say he's gonna get big. Okay. Oh, of course. Alright, so now I'm basically just gonna drop everything that I can on this one just to prevent the beating that's coming. Who onboards Crushing Canopy? I mean, I guess for the enchantment, I guess. Like, right out of the gate. So no, I'm not gonna fall for that. I'll take the 1. I'm willing to lose a Llanowar for this. He's debating Rabid Biting. Yep. That's okay. I got the mana I wanted anyway. So if he has another Rabid Bite, he doesn't even have the creatures to Rabid Bite through it. So he needs, well, I mean, I guess he could pump that thing up and then Rabid Bite it. I'm willing to sacrifice the Wildgrowth. Nope. In a moment, I'm gonna Helm of the Host that one. Sure, big creature. He does have vigilance. Yeah, I was gonna say, you sure about that? Because I'll block both there. You know I can make more, right? And you can stop that trick too. Pulled it off! I pulled it off! That's 2 in a row for you, Bite, by the way. 2 in a row. Ooh, we got a mythic. Ooh, what do we get? What do we get? Oh! Right on schedule. A Teferi Bite! Man, I'll tell you what, thank you for that. I think that's my 3rd one. Now I want to check. But I apologize for interrupting your review, but now I want to know. From Dominaria, only the mythics. Go. So I have one of the ones from the closed beta, and then I have 2. So it's my 3rd Teferi. You can tell that I don't like playing control decks. It's just not my style. I am not slighting anyone that plays them. It is a valid valid strategy to play Magic. It's just not me. Which is why I'm so bad at mono blue when I try to play it. Because it is basically a blue control deck, a blue counter and control deck, and I'm just so bad at it. Where are my Llanowars? It's so slow. Let's see what happens. I mean, in a way, I could ramp up to... So this looks like it may be Merfolk? No, this is going to be something not Merfolk. Interesting. Of all the spells you cast, that's the one you decide to... Of all the spells you counter, that's the one you decide to counter. The Gift of Paradise. Okay. Can I have another? I mean, if you want to burn your counter spells on this, I mean, this is just for giggles as far as I'm concerned. I sense control. Sure. Can I have a creature? Can I have a creature? Oh, thank you. Now, does he have the counter spell? Probably. So let's wait until we can do this one. I'm actually not worried about the 1 damage that that's going to do. I need him to tap down a little. Okay. So let's see what he's got up his sleeve. Probably a waste, but let's go for it. Haha! You were unaware, good sir, that I had yet another. That was probably a waste, but it was fun. Made me happy. You want to keep trading 1 damage for 3? Okay. So, which one's he going to let me have? He's going to counter this one, right? Let's see what he's got. Nothing? Let's try, see what he does. He's probably got a counter thing in hand. It's going to be the Frailed Mystic. Yep. I'm surprised he didn't counter the other one. Or Frilled Mystic, sorry. He can only have so many. Alright, as much as I want to get the oozes out, I gotta get the counters out of his hand. Please let that drop. Please let that drop. As I said before, control decks and I am not a fan of control decks. There are multiple reasons why I'm not a fan of control decks. This is one of them. Because I find them annoying to play against. I'm assuming at some point in time Sir Teferi himself will be coming out. How many counter spells do you have, good sir? I have the 2 mana to quell. So he's probably got Sinister Sabotage. That's what's going to come out. Ho, ho, ho. And that's probably why he did not do it. Sure. He's just now chewing through all the life I put in from gifted. Oh, all right. I've got to start casting him. He's gonna say no, but it'll be nice to try. How many quenches is that for him? That's 3. One of them's gonna stick. I'm just going to get plinked to death. Let that hit the table. I desperately, desperately want to cast these 2 oozes. Well, that's a problem. I'm gonna get plinked to death by these. Oh wait, look at all the control magic he's got, and there's nothing I can do. Look at all the fun we're having. Counter. This is a face of someone having fun playing control. Now that's an interesting tactic. I've never seen that pulled off. I will give you full credit for that. Well, that's game. I mean, it was basically game anyway. Because he was going to hit me with 7 flying anyway, and there was nothing he was going to let me do. Why wouldn't he take the Merfolk Branchwalker? Yeah, that's what I would do. Take the biggest... You've already got the game won. Sure. You have this game won. You are aware of that. Oh well. Maybe he's trying to complete his daily missions and he's got to get all of his blue and white spells done. Who knows? Oh well. Can't win them all. Let's move on. We're gonna get one more game in for you. Bite, we're gonna do one more, and hopefully we end up on the upside of a win here. Because we still haven't gotten to do what it's supposed to do, which is to Helm of the Host the Wildgrowth Walker. I'm okay with this. I wish it had a little bit more mana boosting, but it is what it is. If I keep getting all the mana, I'm not going to need it. Tithe Taker. This is going to be an Afterlife deck. Cool. Now, Afterlife decks tend to run Mortify. And he's looking at the card going, what is that? I've never seen a Corrosive Ooze ever played before. Ever. If this card spikes in price, I'm taking full... You killed my Ooze. Okay. So in order to get this to work, I need that other land to stick. So I'm going to say go ahead. I'll take the 2 for the team here. Great anti-control card, by the way, Tithe Taker. By bumping up the... he's tapped out, so that's going to be a good start. And now all the life he took from me has restored. Oh, Bugler, you say? I'll kill your Tithe Takers. I'm okay with that. No, that's sufficient. I'm only going to give you one thing in the air. And the life actually doesn't bother me. You, however, do not have Afterlife. It can go away. In a moment. I just need one more mana. Tesa. So I'd love to kill her, but I have nothing to do so with. So now I'm in this position. If I take all the damage... Oh, he attacks with her. She's dead. I was going to say, don't do that. 2, 4, 6, 7. I'm going to take that. Because I'm not giving him all that stuff in the air. Yeah, let's go for this. I don't care how many little 1/1 flyers you have. I can also kill her before her ability triggers. Problematic.
I like a good fight.
Good, I'm glad you do.
Notice I didn't say fair. Funny, that's what I do.
Again, you want to pull her back. So he's doing 4, 6, 7, 8. Nope. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. I can afford to send 1. Okay. Just trample. I was gonna say, you get that, right? I do need to get an explorer creature in here so I can, for the love of Pete, get some life back from these little 1/1 flyers that are going to be pecking me to death. Come on. It's not that hard to figure out. We've got this. Come on. I get a Jadelight in here, I'm okay. A Jadelight would be amazing. Jadelight. I need a Jadelight Ranger to come out. That's probably why Bite has all of the plummets and the crushing canopies to kill flying creatures, because it's the one thing that is crippling to this deck are flying creatures. Is he going to time out? Is he going to time out? What is going on here? What is going on? Hello? Oh, I don't want to win like this. What is he doing? Okay, he elected not to... So I don't know if that was the game or is it just literally him timing out. I think it's legitimately him timing out. So either he disconnected or he's really trying to be annoying, and I'm not sure why, because that's not fun either. I'm going to go with he disconnected. He's got a poor internet connection, Well, that's a win-ish. I don't feel right. It feels dirty. It feels dirty to win that way. We're going to try one more time. Let's get a legitimate win. And Bite, I'll even open a pack for you at the end. He had that game. 2 turns he was going to win. Let's be honest. So that was really a loss. Come on, challenge my fun Lifegain deck, who hasn't gained life much in the time I'm playing it. It has worked. I have done this in my warm-up games and playing with this. Interesting. Let's go ahead with that. We'll be quick. Watch, it's mono red. No, Simic. Interesting. Ooh, say hello to my little friend. I feel control. Ooh, is this a Gates deck? Oh. Oh. So, this could be painful. I'm sorry to say that this could be quite painful. Yep. Because that's all he needs is a good Gates of Blaze. And we're dead. Luckily... No, I'm going to eat that, thanks. There we go. Look at all the exploring we're doing. No, we're good. Yep. Drop 2 more mana. Make these 7/7s each. So what would I want copies of? I really wish I had my oozes out. Can I take 14 damage and be okay with it? He's held off. If he's got Gates of Blaze, now he's going to do it. He's going to do it now, and it's going to end, and the game's going to be over. For the record. No Gates of Blaze yet, but he is going to make those suckers big. That's 20 damage right there. $21, $22. He's just going to wait to... Really? All I need is creatures. Like, you're giving me everything else but... Woo! And I am going to be dead next time. Well, that's not fair. It's a fun deck. Don't put me up against a Gates deck. Gates are not fun. I'd love to know what the algorithm is that put me up. And a Hydroid Crisis. Oh, look at my multiple Jadelight Ranger triggers. That would have been nice, like 3 turns ago. And we shall call it good game. So, Bite, I did try to clear you out with a win. Unfortunately, Gates got in our way. And he's going to end up... As I say, please don't, like... Sure. And we're going to get up negative 15. Good game. I'm actually really surprised. It amazes me Gates is as good as it is. It seems so silly, but it functions really, really well. I'm not going to lie, my mission today was to do all the lands, and I played my Gates deck to do it. So, alright, a pack as promised for Bite. And I will take note that if you have a deck that you would like to see played, let me know. Either drop a comment down below, let me know what the deck is, and play the rare. The rare? Hey, my final shock land for Ravnica Allegiance. All done. Got them all now. And I'm keeping a track. Anyway, so as I was saying, so if you have a deck that you'd like to see me try out, let me know. Byte sent me an email, which my email link is dropped in the link below. Like, subscribe, and of course, let me know the list. Let me know what you want to let me want to try. I've got a whole bunch of budget decks for free-to-play players. A lot of my subscribers have messaged me and let me know that they themselves are free to play. So I thought I'd do, between now and War of the Spark comes out, budget decks for free to play players. So it's mostly going to be commons and uncommons with a couple of rares, no more than 4, so that if you're trying to find functional fun decks and you get bored playing the starter decks, here's something that you can attempt to try. So let me know what you think down in the comments down below. Would really appreciate it. And of course, there is a Patreon as well if you are so inclined. That is patreon.com/oldguygamingmtga. And until next time, guys, we shall see you in the arena. This video was brought to you in no small part by our patrons. If you would like to help out the channel, go to www.patreon.com/oldguygamingmtga, and thank you